Right. Not bad for junkyard parts. Today on In the Kitchen with Sarah, I'm gonna be baking headlights. Okay, for real, I'm gonna be doing a headlight retrofit, a beginner retrofit. Basically, this isn't really a retrofit because these B5 A4 headlights already have a projector in them. So I'm not retrofitting anything into them. That's actually what a retrofit is. But what I'm gonna be doing is baking these headlights in the oven to separate the clear lens from the backing so that you can do a retrofit. So this is a tutorial on a beginner level of how to bake headlights. That's why I'm dressed so cute. Now I'm about to go change my shirt because I'm not getting OCI Butyl glue on this. This is kind of an expensive shirt. It was just for the cute intro, guys. I'll keep the apron though. So how difficult is this? I really don't think it's that difficult. If I can figure it out, I think anyone can figure it out. Granted, I did really good in art class in high school. It was one of the few classes I actually got good grades in. So this kind of stuff I feel it's almost artistic in a way. It's almost like arts and crafts for car nuts. Kinda, a little bit, I don't know. So one of the key ingredients you're going to need for this retrofit is this stuff right here. It's OCI Butyl. It's like Play-Doh. It's really sticky and it melts in the oven. It's for putting in windshields. This is the type of sealant. Oh, you guys can't hear me. Low key, I thought this said organic at the top. I was like, oh, it's organic. This is what you want to use to reseal the headlight when you go to put it back together. Now these headlights leak a little bit of moisture was in them when I got them. So even better. You can use like RTV, I guess, like silicone RTV, but this is the correct stuff. What I'm gonna be doing is heating up the oven to 170 degrees. Preheat, and I'm gonna bake these in the oven for 10 minutes at 170 degrees. Then I'm gonna wear gloves because I learned the hard way once and I did this without gloves and I burnt my fingertips. Because I'm an idiot. All right, step one, since the headlight's are already cleaned up, I'm going to remove everything that I can remove from the headlight. So wiring, bulbs, everything that will come off. These rubber pieces, they're held on with like 3M adhesive. These need to come off also. And if there's any screws on the back of the headlight that hold the lens to the backing, those will also come out at this time. Okay, so I'm gonna put the headlight on a really crappy baking pan that I would not cook food on because it's pretty gross. Recommend putting it on a baking pan because if it's on a rack, you have very thin little spots coming in contact with the headlight that are hot. So place it on a cookie sheet. I'll go 7. All right, you guys, I kicked the oven up to 180 and I'm gonna leave them in there for like another 5-10 minutes or so. These are really brittle old headlights, so I'm really nervous about prying these apart. The plastic is not as flexible as it probably was back in 1999. So this is gonna be a challenging set. So I'm gonna get this nice and hot so that way I have a better chance at prying these apart without cracking anything. Well, it's still hot. Oh yeah, it's much softer now. I'm gonna be starting with this end of the headlight because if you look back here, there's like a pocket. So the headlight's gonna get pried this way and then pulled up out of this pocket. If your headlight is designed like that, you should do the same. This is so, can you guys hear this? There we go. So basically you just wanna go along the headlight. Man, I'm not strong enough to do this. Along the edge of the headlight and try to break this glue up. This is tough. So this is round 3 in the oven. I just want to show you guys that it's not going to come apart your first try. I've broken free with my Teflon pry tool pretty much the entire top of the headlight. The purpose of what I'm doing is I'm trying to go along the entire groove between the lens and the backing, and I'm trying to break up as much of the glue as I can. Once I do that all the way around, I can start to try to pry it apart. Hot, hot, hot. Oh boy. Man, it's coming, but it's coming hard. I got it. Got it. I got it. Yay! I did it. Oh, my headlight's done. All right, this took an hour to pull us apart. So what did I learn with this? The Audi, because this headlight is so incredibly old, 19, being that this is a 19-year-old headlight, usually I do this on 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and that works for newer headlights. This headlight, I have it on 240. So I did 240 for 10 minutes because this glue, look, it's still like kind of hard. But because this is so old, it didn't let me do that. On a newer car, you won't really run into that because they come apart a lot easier. And now I gotta get all this old glue off, and I'm gonna clean up the other end of the housing that matches with it. So that way I can get some fresh sealant in there and have a tight fit. Okay, so the whole reason why I took this apart, because I wanna get this reflector out. So I'm gonna remove this chrome bezel. You don't wanna touch the chrome because you'll never get your fingerprints off. Got it. That was as nerve-wracking for me as it was for you guys, I'm sure. Do you see there's tabs that lock it in? There's two here on the sides. You just pop those out and this reflector will come right out. While I got these apart, and for the sake of the tutorial, I'm gonna paint something on the inside. So I don't wanna do black housing headlights because the car is currently like a gunmetal color, and it's gonna be vinyl wrapped, a dark, like root beer brown color. So I'm gonna do a satin silver, which will pull off from the mirrors, because the mirrors are the brushed aluminum silver, whatever, like the S4, and the wheels are silver, and it's gonna stay with silver wheels. It'll be subtle, but yet different. So I'm going to be painting this portion. That is still gonna stay chrome in there, and obviously I'm not painting the projector. I'm gonna be painting the outer chrome piece as well. I still have to tape off this area right here. This is where the directional sits. Remember how I told you this stuff was sensitive, this chrome? I tried masking it with 3M painter's tape. Blue 3M painter's tape. This stuff is super delicate. Tried. This outer portion is so delicate, you can even put 3M masking tape on it, painter's tape. So, FYI guys, so you know if you do these retrofits, especially in older headlights, you cannot touch this chrome. Here is the finished product. I'm just letting the paint dry a little bit more. It's the satin silver, and I left the chrome by the high beam. And then here is the outer portion. Unfortunately, I had to paint where the bulb goes for your blinker, so that will get replaced with LED in the future. I gotta get this guy right here into this lens right here. I'm filming what I'm doing and not myself because this is kind of important, and there's a high probability I could screw up right now. So I'm gonna fit this end in first. I did it. I got it in. I didn't scratch the shit out of it. I need to fill, I know this looks like absolute crap, but it doesn't really matter. If these were newer headlights, this wouldn't look nearly as rough around the edges, but they're old headlights. So somebody in the comments will say I did a crappy job, and I say they should make their own YouTube channel and do the same video over and prove to us how good they are at it. Oven is preheating. See how this stuff is like, it's like a rope. It's like putty or string. It's very pliable. You can mold it, shape it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill all the way around here with a very thin layer, because you gotta remember, I gotta get this lens has to go inside the same groove. So you don't want a lot of it. And this stuff melts really easy, so. Okay, try to mush this crap back together. Yeah, as it cools off, it should start to stick together. So basically I'm just gonna sit here and keep like kneading it together until it's cooled off. 8:20 at night, and the crappy part is to film the ending to this video, the car is about 25 minutes away from here. So, hey, you guys are watching this right now because I was committed and I went to the car to put these headlights on just so we can test them out to end this video. All right, you guys, I'm here to put on the headlights on the Audi. I'm gonna do this in one day. I really wanted to get this video shot and completely done and edited in one day. Did I say that right? Edited. I'm tired. It took me about 12 hours to film this and to do the retrofit because of how old these headlights were. They didn't come to part. I'm gonna put these on the car and we're gonna see how they look and I'm gonna turn them on and then I gotta get home and start editing this. Here's the old headlight. You guys can see the old ones were really nasty and the tabs were broken off. God, this headlight bolt is so long. Oh God, I love how they turned out. Now don't worry, it's gonna get vinyl wrapped and a brand new bumper, all that stuff. I'm gonna clear coat these later. But just for now, test fit so you can see. Dude, I love it. Here is with them on. Now these are LED. Turn the high beams. Wow, these are bright.
They're inexpensive too.
I know. Man, I'm so happy how this turned out. That cutoff for not being adjusted is pretty good. Once they're adjusted, it'll be even crisper. You can see where they blur at the very end. Right around there, they start to blur because the headlights aren't adjusted. But it's okay, I'll adjust them tomorrow. That looks really good though. Not bad for junkyard parts. Oh yeah, these are really good. Wow, high beams work good too. All right, you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I gotta get back and edit it. And I'll have some MR2 content and some car detailing stuff and some car reviews all scheduled coming up soon. So I'll see you soon in another video. Bye. Well, see, there's a problem. I'm 5'11", and with these stripper shoes on, I'm like 6'4", so I don't fit in frame.